Hello everyone, welcome to Josh Max channel. In this video, we are going to see for CBSE Max Grade 12 Standard Chapter 7 Integrals in that exercise 7.1. Find an antiderivative or integral. So from this we can note down that antiderivative and integral both are same. Okay, of the following functions by the method of inspection. So without using that integration formulas, with the method of inspection, we have to find out antiderivative for these 5 questions. So in this first one is what? Sine 2x. So first one is given sine 2x. I'll note down on a side. So this is the first question. In chapter 5, we have learned derivatives formulas. Like sin x differentiation is cos x and cos x differentiation is minus sin x. So these things we have learned in the chapter 5. Okay, so this is the question sin 2x. So here they are asking us which function differentiation you will be getting it like a sin 2x. That is the question. So we need to find out this function now. Okay, the relevant function we have to find out. So sin 2x we have, right? Obviously, if you have right hand side as a sine, then what function will be inside? Cos x. Obviously cos x. So we know that differentiation d by dx of cos x is minus sin x. Now as per the given we are going to write. So what actually is required? Sin 2x is required. So for sin 2x they didn't give any sign here. Only plus sign we have. So minus sign we don't have. So this minus sign we will take it to other side. So sin x minus sign we can take it to inside now. So d by dx minus cos x, differentiation is what? Sin x. Okay, and do we have only sin x to find out? No, we want actually sin 2x. So if we want sin 2x, what changes we have to make here? Cos 2x differentiation, only sin 2x, right? So wherever we have x, we are going to rewrite it as 2x. Okay, sin 2x. And we are going to verify whether the last equation is correct or not. Okay, normally while doing the differentiation, so once we complete, if there is any change, see normally cos x differentiation minus sin x. But here we have only x. But when comes to here, we have a 2 times of x. So we need to apply the chain rule. So minus cos x differentiation is sin x. Cos 2x differentiation is sin 2x. And then 2x differentiation is what? Into 2. Chain rule we applied. Now they're asking us to find out antiderivative of sin 2x. So 2 times of sin 2x we don't have. So this 2 we are going to send it to other side. So sending it to other side, 1 by 2 d by dx minus cos 2x equal to sin 2x. So this constant term we will combine with the function now. D by dx minus 1 by 2 into cos 2x equal to sin 2x. So from the last equation what we can say? Sin 2x. See minus 1 by 2 cos 2x differentiation only sin 2x. Sin 2x antiderivative is what? That is integral is what? Minus 1 by 2 cos 2x. So this way of finding known to unknown, we call it as method of inspection here. Okay, from chapter 5, with the help of the derivative, we are actually finding the antiderivative for the sin 2x. So from this here we can say antiderivative of sin 2x is minus 1 by 2 cos 2x. So that's all the first sum. This is the solution for the first one. So now we are going to do the same way with the help of method of inspection. We are going to do the second one. What is the second question? Cos 3x. So we need to analyze. Okay, we have to find out which function's differentiation that we will be getting the result as a cos 3x. So step by step only we can able to find out. So we know that in chapter 5, the right hand side, which function differentiation we will get? Cos x, sin x, right? So sin x differentiation is cos x. But what we have here? Cos 3 times of x. So that means if we have sine 3 times of x only, it's possible to get cos 3 times of x. So wherever we have x, we are going to write it as a 3x. So sine 3x equal to cos 3x. And we'll cross verify now. So whenever there is a change with the x, no, we need to apply the chain rule. Okay. So in general formula, if you notice in general formula, sin x. So what formula I have written? I'm writing it same. So normally in standard formulas, we will have only the x. The coefficient of x we will not have. So while doing the sums alone, you can able to see some coefficients of x. If you notice any coefficient of x, once again we need to proceed the differentiation and you need to write the result in a product form. So that's what we call it as a chain rule. So here sin 3x differentiation is what? Cos 3x. And 3x differentiation 3. So into 3. But we need to find out only cos 3x, right? So this 3 we will send it to other side. So 1 by 3 derivative of sin 3x is cos 3x. So constant term will combine with the function. Then d by dx 1 by 3 sin 3x equal to cos 3x. So antiderivative of cos 3x is what? 1 by 3 sin 3x. Therefore, antiderivative of cos 3x is 1 by 3 sin 3x. That's all this sum. Now same way we are going to do the third sum in this. So third sum, let's have a look. What is the given question? E power 2x. Okay, we have an exponential function. See, in differentiation, based on the exponential function, we have only one formula, right? E power x differentiation. Okay, so basically what we have to find out, which function's differentiation we will be able to get e power 2x. So we need to find out what comes here. So that is the antiderivative of e power 2x. So we need to find out this one now. So from known formula to unknown we are going to track now. So we know that. Okay, we know that differentiation of e power x is e power x itself. But we have e power 2 times of x. So wherever we have x, change it like a e power 2 times of x. So now we need to check if 2 power x is given. See, from based on the question, here in place of x, we don't have any coefficient. This is the general formula. But when it comes to the sum, if you notice any coefficient of x if we have, that once again we need to differentiate. So e power 2x differentiation e power 2x itself. Then 2x differentiation is 2. But we have only e power 2x antiderivative only we have to find out. Not 2 e power 2x antiderivative. So we are going to send the 2 to the other side. What happens then? 1 by 2 d by dx e power 2x. Now this constant term will combine with the function. 1 by 2 e power 2x. So derivative of 1 by 2 e power 2x is e power 2x. Antiderivative of e power 2x is 1 by 2 into e power 2x. The same thing we can write now. So therefore, antiderivative of e power 2x is 1 by 2 e power 2x. That's all this sum. This is the final solution. Okay, next we can move on to the fourth one. What is the fourth question? Ax plus b whole square. Okay, so we have to find out the antiderivative of ax plus b whole square. Okay, what is the question? So we have to find out for ax plus b whole square antiderivative, right? So what comes here that we have to track? See, always remember one thing. We have x power n formula, right? X power n formula, that is nx power n minus 1. So here, if it is power 3, here it will be power 2. If it is power 5, so one power will be reduced. Okay, while finding the derivative, actually one power gets reduced. So using that concept, what will be here? Ax plus b whole cube is possible, right? So what can be the possible function here? Ax plus b whole cube. So comparing to this, 1 will be greater. Okay, 1 power 1 will be greater. We need to add plus 1 to the power. See, simple. Once again I will tell you. X power 4. X power 4 differentiation is what? 4x cube. 4, you forgot about the 4 as of now. Okay, if we have x power 4, 1 is reduced. So we have actually what we have? This derivative we have, x cube we have. So here, so tracking this one, if you have power 3, 1 got reduced, right? So you in power, you increase 1 and write it over here. Okay, like that you need to track. Then you just self check. X power 4 integration, x power 4 differentiation is what? 4 we need to bring it as a coefficient and we need to reduce 1 to the power. So 4x cube. So we need to find out only the antiderivative x cube, means then 4 we need to send it to the other side. The same way this one we are going to proceed. But here we have like a ax plus b, right? So we know that d by dx ax plus b whole power n formula. Okay, ax plus b whole power n formula, what we have to do? As usual, n we have to, the same formula. So first n we have to bring it as a coefficient. So here n we will bring it as a coefficient now. N ax plus b, and then in power you have to reduce 1. After that, normally in general formulas, we will not have any coefficients with the x. But here we have a coefficient. Whenever x has a coefficient, we need to differentiate it again. That's what chain rule. So a power x differentiation is what? A itself. Okay. So what is the actual question? A n ax plus b power n minus 1. This is the actual derivative we are getting. Now using this concept, okay, using this formula, we are going to track the antiderivative of this function ax plus b whole square. So we have ax plus b whole square. If here it is power, okay, if here it is power, one power has to be added for the main function, right? Ax plus b whole cube. That's all. Now we will check it again. So as per the formula, ax plus b whole cube differentiation is what? Power first we have to bring it as a coefficient and then in power we have to reduce 1. So here if it is ax plus b whole cube, what I told, first we need to bring power as a coefficient and then reduce 1 to the power. So 3 times of ax plus b whole square is the actual answer. But what we have written, we don't have 3 here. So we'll add 3. Then only the equation will be correct. Okay, just for tracking purpose, I told this derivative result is given. So antiderivative, always remember 1 will be added to the power. Then you self check. Then proper differentiation you take it, which is the missing part that you have, that parts has to be included. Okay, so this part is over. Then inside ax plus b differentiation, ax differentiation is what? A, that into a. So what is the actual answer? 3 times of a, ax plus b whole square. But what actually we need to find out? Ax plus b whole square is antiderivative. So 3 times of a, ax plus b whole square is antiderivative. They are not asking. So we have to send 3a to the other side. Okay, now sending 3 times of a to the other side, it will goes to denominator. 1 by 3a d by dx ax plus b whole cube equal to ax plus b whole square. So now this 1 by 3a will combine with the function 1 by 3a ax plus b whole cube equal to ax plus b whole square. So from this last equation, what we can understood, this 1 by 3a ax plus b whole cube derivative is ax plus b whole square. For ax plus b whole square, antiderivative is 1 by 3 times of ax plus b whole cube. So therefore, antiderivative or integral of ax plus b whole square is 1 by 3 times of ax plus b whole cube. So that's all the fourth sum. Next, same way we are going to proceed for the fifth one. Okay, fifth one, two functions are combined actually. Sine 2x minus 4 times of e3x, e power 3x. So individually, see here sine 2x how we done the same process, and e power 2x how separately we done the same way we can proceed this. Okay, so what is the given one? Okay, first we'll understand the question properly. The differentiation of some function, the result is sine 2x minus 4 e power 3x. Okay, so now self check. If it is sine 2x, what will be here? If it is sine 2x, what will be the answer here? Which function derivative is sine 2x? Obviously cos x. Cos x derivation only we can able to get sine x. Then if we have a sine 2x, then what will be the possible function here? Cos 2x. And if it is e power 3x, what will be possible? E power 3x differentiation is e power 3x itself. So that way we have to proceed. First we'll write down the known formulas here. So derivative of, we know that derivative of cos x, d by dx, cos x differentiation is minus sin x. Okay, first as a single, separately we'll find out. Okay, so cos x differentiation is minus sin x, but we don't have negative sign here, so sending minus sign to the other side. So minus d by dx cos x. Next, this negative sign we can take it to the function itself. So minus cos x differentiation is what? Sin x. Okay, and now we have sin 2x here. So if there is a sin 2x, obviously this side also will have a x as a coefficient as a 2. Then d by dx minus cos 2x. Here sin 2x. So in place of x, we just replaced as a 2 times of x. Now we'll check whether this equation is correct or not. Cos x differentiation, minus cos x differentiation sin x. So minus cos 2x differentiation also sin 2x, and 2x differentiation is what? 2. So into 2. But we don't have 2 here, right? The first part alone, see. First term alone sin 2x. We don't have 2. So send 2 to the other side. So if we send 2 to the other side, will goes to denominator. So d by dx minus cos 2x equal to sin 2x. The first part antiderivative actually we found. This 1 by 2 also will take it inside. Minus 1 by 2 cos 2x. Okay, sin 2x antiderivative is minus 1 by 2 cos 2x. Okay, so next part. For 4 e power 3x, antiderivative we need to find out. So again, we know that d by dx, e power x differentiation is what? Same e power x itself. And do we have only e power x? No, e power 3x we have, right? So both the sides we are going to have e power 3x. Okay, so now we are going to check e power 3x differentiation is what? E power 3x itself. Okay, and 3x differentiation is what? 3. So into 3 we need to write. So d by dx e power 3x is 3 e power 3x. This 3 is not required, right? It's actually 4 times of e power 3x we have. So that means 3 is not there. So we'll send 3 to the other side. That is 1 by 3 d by dx e power 3x equal to e power 3x. But what we have here, the coefficient of e power 3x is actually 4. Now in this equation we are going to multiply 4 on both the sides. Then 4 by 3 d by dx e power 3x. Here also 4 into e power 3x. Now 4 by 3 will take it inside. So d by dx e power 3x. 4 by 3 e power 3x equal to 4 times of e power 3x. So 4 times of e power 3x antiderivative is what? 4 by 3 e power 3x. So for each term separately actually we found the antiderivatives. Now we will combine. So from the above results, so d by dx sine 2x minus 4 times of e power 3x antiderivative. Sine 2x antiderivative is what? First term antiderivative is minus 1 by 2 cos 2x. Minus, sorry, actually this derivative only, this one antiderivative only we need to find out. So what is the given question? Sine 2x minus 4 e power 3x. Okay, sine 2x antiderivative is what? Here it is. Minus 1 by 2 cos 2x. Minus 1 by 2 cos 2x. After that minus sign. So minus 4 e power 3x antiderivative is what? 4 by 3 e power 3x. Okay. So antiderivative of sine 2x minus 4 e power 3x is minus 1 by 2 cos 2x minus 4 by 3 e power 3x. So therefore antiderivative of sine 2x minus 4 e power 3x is minus 1 by 2 cos 2x minus 4 by 3 e power 3x. That's all this sum. So next we are going to do the find the following integrals. Now without actually using the method of inspection, directly using the integration formulas we can proceed the next sums. So next from question number 6 onwards we can continue in the next video, and thanks for watching and please do subscribe. Thank you.